If you don't know what you don't want, you can't know what you do want. Contrast is what causes you to focus the more into becoming. That's what creation is. It's focus. Because creation happens with thought. We know you think it happens with your action because you move things around and you get stuff done. But the creation, the true creation, is happening through your thought in conjunction with your source energy.
You cannot change conditions or circumstance. You don't have to let them control you. We can't control what's going on outside, but we can control what's going on inside.
As you think, so shall you be. 7 little words that I think are perhaps the most important things that we can learn and master in our lives. This old proverb notion that I become what I think about all day long. And once you know that what you think about is what expands, you start getting real careful about what you think about. You don't allow your thoughts to be on anything that you don't want, or that you wouldn't want to have manifest or show up for you in your life.
So whatever you wish to do, you must bring yourself to a moment of joy and clarity within yourself. At that moment, what you decide, even if you die, you must go by that. Whenever your emotions go up and down, your mind says many things. That's not important. In a moment of clarity, when I'm saying joy, because when you're happy, you're not compulsive. When you're very happy and clear, at that time, if you look at things and see, yes, this is what is more sensible for me, just do that. It doesn't matter if it feels like hell, because that's where your well-being is. When you're in different states of compulsiveness, if you make decisions as to which way to turn, you will be endlessly lost.
That the way that we speak actually influences the way that we think. But perhaps even more importantly, number 2, he said the way that we speak influences what we think. That our thoughts, what we are capable of thinking, are actually linked to the way our neurons are being wired.
Got better day by day and week by week and month by month, and I'm asking you to do the same thing until you can develop a long arm and a long reach, until you can develop influence that won't quit. Touch people next year you couldn't touch this year. Touch people now you couldn't touch before. Conduct a meeting now you couldn't conduct before. Heart and soul now mixed in there that wasn't there, was missing before. I'm asking all of you to get better in spite of the winters, in spite of the downturn. The money downturn, the social downturn, the personal downturn, whatever it is. Just get stronger. Get better. The key is not to wish for a better winter. The key is to wish for more strength, more wisdom, more courage, get better, get wiser, get stronger.
We're optimizing the conversation between the heart and the brain, between your heart and your brain. 3 steps. The first step is to simply shift your awareness from your mind into your heart. And what I've found is in the Western traditions, for many people, that's easier said than done. I'll ask people, are you in your heart? And they'll say, yep, I'm in my heart. But what they are really doing is they're still in their brain thinking about what it would be like if they're in their heart. This is where the indigenous traditions come in. Our ancestors told us, and when I spend time with my indigenous friends, I say, how do you guys do this? And they say it helps if you can gently touch your heart center, physically, in a way that's comfortable for you. In the Mayan traditions, you see an open palm right on the heart. In many of the Middle Eastern traditions, you see the same thing. In the Buddhist traditions, you see a prayer mudra that physically touches the sternum. The key is, any of those things creates a gentle touch, a physical sensation right over the heart center, and your awareness will always go to the place where you feel the sensation. That's the key. So if you can create a touch over your heart, your awareness will go there. First step. Second step, very simple. Slow your breathing a little bit slower than typical, maybe 5 seconds inhale, 5 seconds exhale. And here's why that's powerful. Because the only time you would ever slow your breathing and breathe in that way is when you feel safe. When you feel that you're in a place that's safe and you're not threatened and you're not vigilant of your surroundings. So you're telling your body you're in a place that's safe. Slow your breathing. Third step, and this is the key, is to begin to feel the feeling that creates 0.1 hertz. Feel the feeling that sets up the coherence between your heart and your brain. How do we do that? I gave it away earlier. I've already mentioned it. Scientists have found at the Institute of Heart Math, their researchers have found that there are 4 key words that work almost 100% of the time for everyone. Appreciation for anything or anyone. Gratitude for anything or anyone. Care and compassion. If you can feel one or some combination of those feelings in your heart while you're breathing as if your breath is coming from your heart, touching your heart center, now you're setting up this communication between the heart and the brain. Now you are triggering those neurons to begin to reach out and find other neurons to strengthen this connection. And that's why I mentioned before, it takes about 72 hours, 3 days to build these networks. So that means the more you do what we're about to do right now, the stronger this connection becomes in your life.
Why do you think more people aren't happy, and what could one do to just begin the journey of loving, living, and mattering more and being happier?
I think let's begin with most people don't know what happiness is or where they get it. So I'll tell you what happiness is. Like the human desire and striving is we want a sense of aliveness. So you need to do more things that make you alive, make you vibrant, authentic, expressive, make you sense. For some people, it's adventure. They go mountain biking. It's like, wow, that just brought me back to life. You know, some people it's hanging out with great friends. Some people it's doing their passion. Some people it's, just honestly feeling and sensing the moment and meditating. Another thing that everyone wants is connection. Most people today lack the depth of happiness because most people lack a connection with other people. They're surface level relationships. You can't be really happy long-term with surface level relationships. So you got to find out, how do I connect more deeply? And it can be simple things like you talked about. You know, with the kids, maybe less than the texting, call them, have that moment of connection. It's nothing crazy. That's what you're striving for. You want happiness with your kids. You're going to call them. You're going to connect with them. So think about connection relationships, a level of depth. Then we want meaningful pursuits. When I go after that, I love that pursuit. And notice it doesn't say meaning. A lot of people just say meaning. I said, no, it's meaningful pursuits. Because a lot of people we know who are really successful, they've already had a meaningful life. They're miserable because they're not pursuing anything anymore. You got that. You got to have that pursuit, man. Yeah. You got to find a pursuit. It has meaning to you. It brings you back to life. That's happiness. And then the middle of the triangle is the capital G, growth. If you don't have aliveness, you don't have connection, you don't have meaningful pursuits, and you don't have growth, you're miserable. We can bank on it. We can guarantee it. The research will reveal it every single time. But if we can get you a little bit more alive, a little bit more connected, a little bit more meaningful pursuits, and a little bit more growth, those like little bit in each of those, it's like a thunderous shift in your life. You're just like, whoa, little bits in those. But there's an access point. Why aren't most people happy? Let's say they did all those things. Still not happy? And they're just not here. Presence is the gateway to happiness. If I can't get you present, to feel it, to sense it, can't change. What most people want in real, like what they really want, all the people I work with, maybe the people you work with, what they really want, they'll never say it, and almost of them never know it. What almost every human being wants is they want to feel the day more. They got all these activities they're blazing through. Get the kids to school, get this off to there, get that done, answer that email, get this project done. And even if they're moving towards things they find meaningful and they're awesome, but if they don't feel it, if they're literally not present, they're not mindful enough to sense it, to appreciate it, to feel grateful, to feel the joy, to feel the ups, to feel the downs, to feel the miseries, to feel the wins. If you aren't feeling the day, you're just blazing through as an automaton. You're just blazing through the days, on autopilot. You're just like overwhelmed, stress, going through it, but you don't feel the day. I can't get you to be happy. So the gateway to all of happiness is always presence. Learn to be more present in the moment. Feel the moment, even the bad ones. You got to feel the day more. So feel